welcome to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're looking at a specific entry in a classic text, William Boericke's Homeopathic Materia Medica. We're focusing just on Angostura Vera.
Right, Angostura Vera. And our goal really is to pull out what Boericke highlighted about it. What are the key effects, the defining symptoms, according to this source?
Exactly. It's not about endorsing it,
Yeah.
but understanding what's in this historical description. This text gives quite a detailed picture.
It really does. Boericke's Materia Medica is basically an encyclopedia for homeopathy, listing substances and their associated symptoms. And Angostura Vera here refers to the bark of the Galipia casperia tree from South America.
Okay, so diving in, what's the first thing the text flags? It mentions primary action on spinal motor nerves and mucous membranes.
Yeah, that's the headline. Spinal motor nerves that immediately points towards effects on movement muscles.
Control of voluntary muscles, basically.
Precisely. And you see that reflected right away in the symptoms listed, like rheumatic issues, paralytic feelings, even significant trouble walking.
That makes sense, linking the nerve action to those kinds of physical difficulties. And there's that one detail, crackling in all joints. That really stood out to me. So specific.
It is very specific, isn't it? And it fits right into that musculoskeletal picture. The text describes stiffness, tension, pain in the limbs when you walk, feeling heavy and tired, especially in the arms.
Okay, but then it throws in something that seems, well, different. The greatest craving for coffee is a characteristic symptom. How does wanting coffee fit with joint crackling and nerve issues in this system?
Yeah, that's classic Materia Medica stuff. These seemingly odd, very particular symptoms are often seen as key indicators for a substance within homeopathy. That craving isn't just incidental noise in this text. It's presented as a major clue pointing towards Angostura Vera.
Interesting. So it's part of the unique fingerprint, so to speak, alongside the physical complaints.
Exactly. It's that combination of the general picture nerve and muscle effects with these highly specific, sometimes quirky details.
So we've got nerves, muscles, joints. What about, say, the digestive system? Does the text cover that too?
Oh, absolutely. Quite a bit, actually. It mentions things like a bitter taste. There's that coffee craving again.
Can't escape the coffee.
Apparently not. And discomfort, like pain running from the navel up towards the sternum. It talks about atonic dyspepsia.
Which is like weak digestion, impaired muscle tone in the gut.
Yeah, basically. And belching associated with coughing. Then there's diarrhea, colic, tenesmus.
Tenesmus, that's the painful urge to go, but nothing happens, right?
Right. Even chronic diarrhea linked to weakness and weight loss, plus burning sensations, a whole range of abdominal issues.
Oh, okay. So it's quite broad. Nerves, joints, digestion. Did it mention anything else significant, like structural things?
Surprisingly, yes. It links Angostura Vera to caries of long bones.
Carrie, you mean like decay, bone decay?
Yes, bone decay or necrosis. And very painful ulcers that actually affect the bone itself. So it goes deeper than just muscle and joint pain, right down to the bone structure, according to this description.
That's quite a leap from a coffee craving to bone decay, all attributed to one substance in this text.
It really highlights the scope of effects described for single substances in these older Materia Medicas.
So pulling it all together then, based on this Boericke text, Angostura Vera is presented as influencing spinal motor nerves, mucous membranes, leading to symptoms like rheumatic pain, that joint crackling, walking difficulty.
The strong coffee craving, various digestive troubles from dyspepsia to diarrhea, and even serious issues like bone caries. It paints a picture of deep systemic action.
And the text compares it to other substances, Nux ruta.
Yes, Nux vomica, ruta, mercurius, and brucea, suggesting some overlap in the symptoms they're associated with. And it mentions a specific dose, the sixth potency, which relates to the homeopathic preparation method.
Right. So we've taken our deep dive into Boericke's description of Angostura Vera. We've seen it identified as the bark of Galipia casperia, primarily acting, according to the text, on spinal motor nerves and mucous membranes.
And linked to that wide array of symptoms, rheumatic, paralytic, digestive, bone issues, and that very characteristic coffee craving.
That's a really detailed profile from this specific historical viewpoint.
It certainly is.
And it does leave you thinking, doesn't it? How this one substance in this particular medical framework from the past gets described with such a diverse, sometimes unexpected collection of effects. You know, from something as profound as bone decay to something as specific as an intense desire for coffee. What does that way of cataloging tell you about how they observed and understood the body and medicine back then? Something to mull over.